That's fine.
Good afternoon. I'm Assistant Sheriff Utomi with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I'm here today to provide you additional details as we know them regarding an officer-involved shooting which occurred on Friday, October 18th, 2024. This is the 12th officer-involved shooting for 2024 and the 5th non-fatal shooting this year. At the same time in 2023, we had 6 officer-involved shootings, 2 of which were fatal, and 4 of which were non-fatal. This event was reported as a suspicious vehicle call on October 18th, 2024 at 7:47 p.m. in the parking lot of a business located in the 4900 block of South Fort Apache. You can see the scene to my left. The officer involved in this incident is Xavier McNeil. He is 26 years old and has been with the LVMPD since 2020. Officer McNeil was armed with a Glock 17 9mm handgun, equipped with a tactical light. In this investigation, it was revealed he fired 4 rounds. Officer McNeil is assigned to the Community Safety Division, Summerlin Area Command. The suspect is identified as Lindsay Harris. She is 39 years old. She is a white female adult, 5 foot 3 inches tall, and weighs 110 pounds. Harris is not facing charges related to this officer-involved shooting. However, she was arrested for 1 count of residential burglary, and she was also booked on 5 outstanding warrants related to previous events, and these warrants were for burglary, use, possess stun gun by a felon, possession stolen vehicle, possession burglary tools, possess dangerous weapon. The details of this officer-involved shooting are as follows. On October 18th, 2024, LVMPD Communications received a phone call from a citizen, reported a person sleeping in a vehicle in a parking lot of a business for several hours. The person reporting provided the call taker with a license plate and a description of a white Lincoln Navigator. LVMPD Communications conducted a records query on the license plate provided, which revealed that the plate was stolen. Our records return on the license plate also detailed that the occupants may flee and may be armed and dangerous. Officers were dispatched to the area, and prior to their arrival, the call was updated, indicating the vehicle left the parking lot and was last seen pulling into a gas station in the 3900 block of West Flamingo Road. Officers arrived and noticed that the vehicle matching the description given was parked at a gas pump. Officers also noted that the occupants of the vehicle was a female, who was later identified as Lindsay Harris. Simultaneous to patrol officers' arrival, the LVMPD air unit arrived on scene. As officers attempted to contact Harris, she fled the area. We will now play air unit video of patrol officers attempting to contact Harris.
They're jumping back in their vehicle pretty expeditiously. Did look like a wearing black shirt, dark color pants.
Romeo Juliet Tango, just keep going.
Looks like officers are going out on the vehicle now.
Copy.
Right, South 1182, cross runway 26 right, where you park.
Car's picking up. Report that to the parking lot.
You're safe to the way.
That's firm. We'll maintain visual on it, so be in surveillance mode here. It's going to be going eastbound to the parking lot, making its way to Flamingo Break.
American.
Copy.
The air unit followed Harris through the parking lot and onto the roadway and provided directional updates to the patrol officers. Harris fled into a neighborhood southwest of El Capitan Way and Flamingo Road. She parked the vehicle along a curb in the 4200 block of Quilting Bear Street. The air unit updated officers that Harris exited the vehicle and walked to the front door of a residence in the 9000 block of Mountain Lakes Avenue in an attempt to conceal her location to arriving officers. Officer McNeil arrived, observed Harris hiding behind a pillar near a door, and immediately ordered her to stop. Harris disregarded his orders and ran westbound as he followed her. Officer McNeil provided an update over the radio that he observed Harris reach into her purse as she ran. Harris came to a stop between 2 houses and hid behind a large bush, concealing her. As Officer McNeil approached the front of a home, he observed Harris throw an unknown object, which we now know was a cell phone. Officer McNeil repositioned himself to the front corner of the second residence and held Harris at gunpoint. He continued to order Harris to comply in an attempt to get her to surrender. Harris remained behind the bush, and Officer McNeil observed her aim an object at him, which he believed was a firearm. Officer McNeil discharged his duty weapon towards Harris. As additional units arrived, Officer McNeil advised them that Harris had pointed a gun at him. Now we will play air unit video capturing Harris hiding from officers and leading them into the foot pursuit.
Keep you over here. She's going up. She's tucking her way in inside the residence there, up at the front door.
East side of that restaurant. Stay with her.
Just give me the radio. She's running up to 9043. Still reaching in the back.
She's going to be at 9049 Mountain Lakes Avenue. Unit has her at gunpoint, looks like.
Zoom out. Just cover all the sides. There you go.
She also did dump something on the ground there. They're giving her command. She's crouching down. Looks like she's throwing something at the officers.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
We will also play body-worn camera capturing the officer-involved shooting. And as you can see here, she appears to take what looks like a firing stance and point towards her officers.
Hey, motherfucker! Get the fuck on the ground! Get the fuck on the ground! Robert 6 foot pursuit. She's reaching in a bag. Give me your end. Hey, motherfucker, stop! Just give me the radio. She's running up to 9043. Still reaching in the bag. Just threw something.
Copy.
Hey, get the fuck over here! I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking head! Hey! She's pointing at 413. She's pointing at 413. Hey, stop! Drop the gun!
Now, as you can see here in the still photo, what I was referring to, where Harris takes the stance and appears to be pointing towards her officer. Harris then fled into the backyard of a residence, jumped the wall into the backyard of another residence, located in the 9,000 block of Iron Crow Avenue. She then barricaded herself in a casita. SWAT and crisis negotiators were requested. After approximately 2 hours, Harris peacefully surrendered and was later taken into custody. Now, this concludes our briefing. Does anyone have any questions?
When you
Yes.
mentioned that Metro scanned the plate for the vehicle, was Harris the owner of the vehicle? On the record, you mentioned that whoever owned it may be armed and dangerous. Was she enlisted?
The plate was reported stolen.
Is the footage that's black and white from a drone?
No, it's from our air unit. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.